Hello there and welcome to the Mars Dota 2 League. This is the SA Qualifiers with me, NomadCasts. Now I'm here with Midas Club versus Luccini Gaming, as these two Brazilian giants are going to face each other off to find out who can get through to the next round and who is unfortunately going to be going home. That's right, this is the lower bracket in this playoff series, so unfortunately the loser will not be going any further. They will be going home. The winner, they can only advance to the lower bracket, which means, well, the reason for this is it's a double bracket series, seeded through the group stage. So the team which did badly in the group stage, well, these two teams did badly in the group stage, unfortunately, are going to have to fight it out through the lower bracket if they want to stand a chance of getting to the MDL League. So we do have a bit of a draft already. We got Sanking and Puck picked up by Midas Club, showing some pretty decent team fight already. Meanwhile, Luccini, they're going to go for the Witch Doctor and the Tusk, so maybe a bit more of a pick-off kind of lineup, but then again, Witch Doctors, I don't know, you usually pick him for this malediction spell, and it's really strong at taking down some big tanky heroes, makes it a pain for anybody to lane against you, and just generally gives you so much in lane, and so much damage, and so much extra harass in the safe lane, in any lane really. So valuable. And there comes the Bane from Midas Club. This is an SA favorite. In fact, I'm so surprised it got through to the second picking phase. But we've seen so much Bane from these guys. You just really value the Fiend script, the sleep, everything a Bane offers. Even with a paralyzing cask and a snowball in the game, they're still going to go ahead and pick up that Bane.
5 seconds remaining.
So, Luccini, what do they pick here? Do they start getting into the cores? I think they kind of need to. They're all out of 4s and 5s to pick up, as the Tusk and Witch Doctor are going to be taking up those roles respectively. How do you play versus a Puck? Well, I feel like that Bane could have been useful for them, because Puck is pretty susceptible for the Fiend script, but then again, Puck is also very good at cancelling Fiend script, as is Sanking once he gets that Blink Dagger, so you know, that club swings in both directions. If I had to make a guess, they're probably going to pick an offlaner now, or maybe a mid. I mean, which mids are left? Death Prophet is out of the pool, Raze is out of the pool. I mean, they could grab something like a DK. It's not bad. Someone who doesn't really mind the Enfeeble at mid, who,
Legion Commander.
Or they're going to pick a Legion Commander. What do I know, hey? What do I know? Alright, so the LC going to come out. I guess you got the Tusk for closing that distance, and you also got the Death Ward, so Legion Commander holds them still, and Witch Doctor can just go bananas. There's a little Death Dance, and let the Death Ward damage do its thing. Plenty of options here. I quite like the pick.
5 seconds remaining.
It isn't bad versus the Puck. It does give you that ultimate to be able to lock him down. And of course, Puck doesn't have a whole lot of right clicks, so the likelihood of him winning the duel is very low. Very low. Meanwhile, Sanking and the Bane, I mean, they're pretty decent at getting involved in these fights. In fact, picking a Legion Commander into a Bane probably should have been the first thing I picked up on there, but that is that's risky. Right, that's what you're gonna have there is people getting nightmared. You're gonna have Enfeeble, so Legion will not hit very hard, or she'll be slapped up for the entirety of the duel, or even a Fiend's Grip could be thrown into there. It's not an issue. So I really feel like picking a Legion Commander into the Bane, you gotta have something else up your sleeve, and I'm assuming Luccini do. Maybe they're gonna go for the Lifestealer or something. I don't know. They have to have something planned though. You can't pick a Legion Commander into a Bane without a plan. Oh. Alrighty then, so actually the Lifestealer goes the way of Midas Club.
Radiant team back.
And that's a little bit interesting, so I feel like that may have been a block pick, I'm not too sure, but there comes a Terrorblade for Luccini. And I mean, Lifestealer's not bad for them. They have the Puck, they have the Sanking, there's 2 good vessels for the Lifestealer to jump inside and get a bit of business going on.
10 seconds remaining.
That's what Lifestealer wants to do, right? He's a business guy. He wants to take care. He creates business. He takes care of business. Generally, he's going to deal with things. He's not really the kind of, I mean, unless you buy Radiance, in which case he's just going to farm and push lanes. But even then, you usually see him pretty accurate once he's picked up an item or two. So, plenty of options. That's what I like about Lifestealer.
Dire team ban.
You don't really know what he's going to do. He can get that armlet, sure. He can also go for a Radiance. A Radiance isn't bad against Legion Commander either. That mischance can make all the difference between a win duel and a lost duel. Similar, I guess, armlet does the same thing. But then again, Lifestealer is a very tricky dual target overall. You don't really want to be dueling him. But what he can also do is he can throw the open wounds onto the Legion Commander while she's dueling somebody. And then all the damage they do to the Legion will just go back and heal them as well. So that there's two really decent heroes which deal with Legion Commander quite well on the side of Midas Club. And as I said, I'm really surprised they pick up a Legion Commander this early. And into a Bane is just ill-advised. But who knows, they've got the Terrorblade, so anything's possible. Once you pick up that Terrorblade, I feel like your draft just becomes way easier. You're just basically waiting around to get your Terrorblade farm. I hate the hero, personally. I just played against the hero, actually. I was doing a pub game with some friends, and I was Medusa versus Terrorblade. That sounds like an easy game, but it's not, because Life Swap just ignores Mana Shield. And there comes a DK for Luccini. Did think about it earlier on, now he's actually going to go for it. I feel like it's not fantastic versus Lifestealer. I mean, admittedly, the armor does help out a lot. Reducing Lifestealer's damage is actually going to help out the Dragon Knight a lot because it means that he heals less from his hits. Also, you got that nice 4-second stun, which can be very useful, and gives him a bit of push in the early game, which Terrorblade won't provide until later on, so fairly good options. Midas Club, not too sure what they want to go for this game. I mean, they need an offlaner. They need something which can deal with Terrorblade, Tusk, Witch Doctor in the offlane. Don't really know what does. Or maybe it's Puck in the offlane, they need a mid. The OD is banned, so... Yep, okay, they're gonna go Puck offlane, and you'll get your Shadow Fiend mid, and then Lifestealer in the safe lane, so... Shadow Fiend, I don't really like Shadow Fiend versus Legion Commander. You know, he does averagely versus the Witch Doctor and the Tusk, but versus Legion, he's got decent right-click damage, I guess. But he is one of those targets which really wants to get his spells off. And that is actually one of Legion's strengths, right? Like, it's not just the duel, it's not just locking them down. It's also stopping people using spells. And Shadow Fiend, if he's not using spells, he's not contributing to the team fight as much as he would like. Alrighty then, here we go. Game number 1 in this best of 3 series. Loser, they're out of the tournament. They're going home. Winner, well, they're going to go on to face, I believe I can actually tell you who they're going to face. Oh, wait a minute, this isn't double elim, this is double bracket, so the winner will go on to face T-Show Rising, actually. Yeah, okay, I figured it out now. I was incorrect about the draft. This isn't double elimination, this is actually single elimination. The loser will go home, they don't get a chance. The winner goes on to face T-Show Rising, and then the winner of that goes on to play SG, and then the winner of that goes on to face the winner of Group A, so things are going to be tough. Of course, we do have that classic pause coming out, true NA style. Hopefully, you know, it's just what they do. I'm used to it. It's all good. Hijack on the Puck, standing in on Midas. We also have RZS on the Bane. Hugo, as usual, on the Lifestealer. Murdoch on the Shadow Fiend, and Hyoko on the Sand King. These two are part of the regular roster. I'm not sure why they're tagged as stand-ins. We've got Madara on the Shadowblade. Shadowblade? Terrorblade. At least he's a blade of some kind. Bad Boy on the Witch Doctor. Jericho on the Tusk. Jeremiah on the... Sorry, J. Marie. I always get that wrong. J. Marie on the Dragon Knight. And finally, Sword on the Legion Commander, so plenty of options available for the lanes, but I'm pretty sure they're just going to run a Legion Commander off, Juggernaut in the mid, and Terrorblade in the safe lane. Simplest way, easiest way to do it, and it works pretty well. Tusk is, Pucker's not going to be able to harass this Terrorblade as long as the Tusk and the Witchdoctor stay nearby, and I don't think... What we will probably see is a Bane moving in towards middle lane. Oh nice, they're playing knots and crosses, but they need to be quick. They need to be quick. We have an X. Oh, X is going to finish it off. X gets it down the middle. A beautiful play there from... That was Shadow Fiend. Wow. Murdoch. Killing it on the noughts and crosses very, very nicely. Yeah, still just waiting for the Legion to reconnect. So what this Dragon Knight is basically going to do... He hasn't actually bought any items yet. Okay, Legion and DK haven't bought any items, but there you go. Who needs items? Items suck. J. Marie is basically going to be in the middle lane, throwing out these breathe fire. If Bane comes to his lane, he doesn't really care that much because he can just breathe fire. Admittedly, it is going to give Shadow Fiend a decent start to the game, and that's what it's all about. Does look like Sword has managed to reconnect. We should be underway very shortly. Roshan has a lovely box drawn around it by Hyoko. Oh, it's got a heart. Hyoko loves Roshan. I think all pros do. Oh, and also a caster apparently reconnected, so good job, we've got everybody on board now. Looks like we should be underway shortly. So Legion Commander in the offlane, this is not something we see very often, with good reason. I feel like Lifestealer, Bane, and the Sand King will be able to deal if all three of them come, but I imagine Sand King's probably going to be hanging around in other lanes. I mean, Legion's got overwhelming odds, which does a pretty good job of harassing and getting CS, but Lifestealer's got Feast, so I mean, it's very difficult to harass a Lifestealer out of the lane unless you're really up in its face. And Legion can't afford to do that. She has no escape. And, oh, another disconnect. What she does have is a press the attack, but I'm fairly sure it doesn't purge open wounds, because I think open wounds is a unpurgeable. I'm not totally sure about. No, it is dispellable, so maybe it, I guess it does. And FPS problems, 30 FPS. Well, 30 FPS isn't so bad. I could deal with that, but high standards for these Dota players. High standards. Gotta make sure we're running it nice and smoothly for that. I mean, I'm a little FPS counter. I'm currently running at 80. I used to drop to 30 FPS before I sorted out my settings. I used to have really terrible setup, and things used to run at 30 FPS pretty much constantly. And then I discovered the marvels, the magic of, well, changing your settings, I guess. You see software encoding on OBS, that didn't work well. Do not recommend using software encoding. If you can spare the power, make it hardware. But that's really boring. Oh, they've got the sausage dog courier. Don't see this guy very often, but yeah, he's a sausage dog chasing a sausage. Is that cannibalism? I don't know. You tell me. This got a little sword and dressed like Robin Hood for some reason. Not sure if that sword is for someone else or whether he's actually going to use it. I don't know. But there you go. That's the thing. Hugo heading to lane with just a stout shield and a healing salve. I mean, stout shields are always a good pickup, right? Like, stout shields allow you to take harass from creeps. Not too much trouble. That's very important in a lot of heroes, especially like lifestealers who like to open wounds and then attack you. You don't want to take too much damage in the creep so that your open wounds end up not healing you or anything like that, so... Stout shield's really nice on that. And, you know, 18 damage doesn't sound like much. 50% chance to block 18 damage, but I'm fairly sure the first wave of creeps does like 24 damage or something. So basically like blocks most of their damage when it does proc. I think it's more than 24 actually. It's like 34. I don't know, I will check that. So it doesn't look like we've got any smokes. 2 wards up on the Bane, probably going to go and place those. And 2 observers on the Tusk. That's interesting. So Bane has just the 1 observer. So are they? Oh no, he's got the 2 observers on Bane. Okay, no problems there. No problems. I was going to say if they're mono warding, I'd call them crazy. I would. Rules being drawn. Hopefully Sword will be back soon and sort out their FPS. Just so you know, for anybody who's wondering, the heart means that like that's their partner, so that'll be their wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. So Sword, heart, Amy. You don't say Sword, Amy. Okay, figure this out on my day one of casting SA Dota. If you're a caster and you're listening to this, don't say Sword, Amy. It's not the idea. They just saying they love Amy, and they need everybody to know that they got a lovely girlfriend at home cheering for them. I'm sure they're very nabbed out. Maybe I should start doing that. Join in the SA scene. Get involved. Sounds like a good idea. Maybe they'd respect me more. I do hope so. I mean, I quite like the idea of 3 melee cores, you know? Just getting up in their face. And then, bam, Terrorblade, Metamorphosis. I'm a range core now. What are you going to do about it? A lot of physical damage stacked up on Luccini, though. I feel like a Crimson Guard or something might be a good idea. They got pretty much no magic damage, because even the Death Ward is physical, so any kind of... I mean, even, like... They may want to consider a ghost staff, ghost scepter, yeah, ghost scepter. On the bait this game, because he can just pop ghost scepter and then. He's got a super free fiend script this game. I mean, Snowball is going to be used to initiate. That won't be used to cancel the fiend script. All you've got is the DK stun. He wants to use that on bigger targets. I guess the Legion. Oh yeah, you got the paralyzing cask as well, actually. Well, the Legion, she wants to be using duel on so she could cancel with duel, but yeah, the paralyzing cask is a big one, I guess. Not super free, but not bad. Gonna be interesting to see what the tanking the Shadow Fiend goes for as well. Magic build or physical. I don't think you can go magic build on the Shadow Fiend and then Radiance on the Lifestealer. I think that's pretty terrible, actually. If they do that, they might lose because they're gonna stack all of their magic damage and not have any actual right-click damage and no tower hitters. Always want to have the push available. I don't know, but who's going to go what? Well, they could just stack anti-armor, I guess. Shadow Fiend could go Desolator. And the Lightstick could go Solar Crest. That could be pretty good. And then, yeah, so you get the Shadow Fiend going physical build, and then... Oh, little shots from behind onto Jericho here. They're trying to catch out Hayoko. Meanwhile, Hijack just forcing them back, and it doesn't look like blood will be spilled. Jericho places a not too subtle ward. They may have noticed that one. Hijack still hasn't leveled anything. He's holding on to it. He goes for the orb and will escape to safety. Meanwhile, Hayoko thinking of throwing out that stun, but doesn't want to use too much mana this early on. And they're picking out. They want to defend this, but no, they don't. We have another pause. Lifestealer. Just needing to jump out real quick. Here you go. So, yeah, I think the Lifestealer just comes forwards and gets another rune here, basically. They can't really contest this, not with their lineup. And not with Puck falling so low after that. Looks like we're good to go. Just a short pause this time, as we get underway with game number 1. Going by the draft, though, I mean, Luccini, they basically just want to hit these, get some damage up on the Terrorblade, get some farm, make some space for the Legion, get some dual damage, all that sort of good stuff, and basically roll at you, back up your fight with the Witch Doctors. They've got plenty of options. They basically want to just hang back and kind of play the long game. Meanwhile, Midas, they're all about their timings. They want to hit that Radiance or the Armlet, maybe Armlet Sanjin Yasha or something on the Lifestealer. And you want to get the Shadow Fiend going for the, well, whatever, Yules, Blink Yules, or maybe Sanjin Yasha himself. I'm not really too sure what they're planning on going here. And there we go. We do see that Enfeeble onto the Dragon Knight, so he wants to kind of consider going for the Breathe Fire right about now, just so he can CS. And also make the CS more challenging for the Shadow Fiend early on. I think that's really important, so I'm actually very surprised he hasn't done that. If he just reduces damage by 25% this early, then he's hitting for like 36. That's very, very difficult to CS with, so he's actually pretty much on the same damage. Well, no, he's about 10 more damage ahead, but considering another hero committed to this lane, it's not that big a deal. What's up? We're coming around onto hijack here. No, I'm gonna find the kill. Sand King's really good versus Tusk, because Sand King can just burrow strike out of everything. He can burrow strike out of the shards, he can burrow strike into a snowball and not get hit by it. And there we go. Just casually getting away. Paralyzing Cut's gonna do nothing. Bad boy just wanted that harass. He's gonna take a lot of harass now though as he walks in front of the creeps, and Puck, with his insane early game damage, is gonna drop the pain. We are down at bottom. They have actually left the Lifestealer alone versus Legion, and now I think about it, that makes a lot of sense. Just have the Lifestealer farm against him, and Legion Commander can't really punish that much, although she is leading really, really impressively on last hits at the moment. But a couple of levels on the Lifestealer, and he's not going to be too bothered about that. Meanwhile, these Breeds Fires are coming through into mid. Bane heads down to the bottom lane. Maybe Lesia's kicking him up first, saying, guys, I can't solo lane this, come back. Just want to make sure you secure that level 2. I feel like that's one of the best ways, the best thing to do as a 5. If even if you don't want to spend time at bottom, just win their lane for them. Spend like 2 levels there with them, and then move on. Man, that fire does damage through the fire and the flames. Yeah, well, Heiko's gonna find a haste. Making a kill with this is gonna be difficult. Not leveling anything up yet. Actually, looping around onto mid. He draws a little circle, says, "This is my plan. This is my game." You with me, Shadow Fiend? I mean, if he gets a triple raise off at level 3, it's actually a super dangerous time for Shadow Fiend, because sorry for Gemarie. The level 3 is always a danger point for Shadow Fiend, but Gemarie's already got level 4 because of this Bane hanging around in lane and not actually doing anything. That's always an issue. So Sword is now gonna have to live life in the decrepified land. Sorry, no, not decrepified, enfeebled land. Ooh. Shot onto the courier actually misses. Wow, that was really lucky for Luccini there. Fire being thrown. Murdoch is low, but the roll coming in under the tower. Shadow Fiend, Tusk is just going for it now with a double race. Doesn't actually do as much as I thought, and it looks like Jericho is actually, no, he doesn't live. But there we go. We do actually get the first live. The Bane actually, did he save Jericho there? No, I think he was just securing that kill. But Gemma actually gets the first blood onto the Shadow Fiend, and now it's looking a really good way in this middle lane. And actually, pretty impressive that the Tusk actually survived that. I'm not sure if that. I don't know. I thought there was a right click coming through onto the Tusk, but I guess I was mistaken. I don't think he would have Nightmare in that case. It was that engagement could have gone any which way. It was very, very brave from the Tusk. Meanwhile, Sand King. He's gonna die. Maledict pops him off. Unfortunately, Sandstorm does not make you invincible, contrary to popular belief. Hijack. Yeah, Madara. I mean, this is Terrorblade, right? He can do this to towers. He doesn't care. You know, he's a guy with 13 armor at level 4. Towers do nothing to him. Oh, we have a snowball. We have another kill onto Murdoch at mid. They're shutting down the Shadow Fiend as best they can. Meanwhile, another kill maybe going to bottom lane, but Sword is going to be able to TP out of this one. And she actually just moves straight to the tower. Yeah, doesn't want to miss out on farm. Sensible. Shrine, not going to be available for a while, but at top lane, they're going onto the park here, and with the Metamorphosis, I'm fairly sure. Oh, what? Why did? Oh, was that the illusionary orb and Jericho just followed it? Oh, he dodges the final hit of the Oh, was that an arcane rune saving Puck's life, I think? It allowed him to phase shift more often. I don't know. I'll check the replay. When we had some sort of instant replay feature. Be on the summit, please. Give. Well, Madara pops it. He's feeling pretty confident, throwing out that Metamorphosis. Oh, it's actually the Metamorphosis going down. That was the sound of Conjure Image. Oops. Jericho going to throw out the shards. Just wants to force this Illusionary Orb, because the moment Hijack uses the Illusionary Orb, Hijack can't actually lane anymore, and this is a really aggressive role from Jericho. Terrorblade not sure what he wants to do here, trying to get involved, but under the tower. Oh, and in comes Lifestealer as well, the first rotation from one of the cores. Lifestealer goes in, he's got the open wounds. Do they have any interrupt for this? They don't need it. They tear down Madara. Meanwhile, Jericho, he's just quivering in the trees. They're gonna use that courier to spot him out, but can they get him in? Nope, no, Bane did not have the Nightmare available. Meanwhile, Puck gonna head down to bottom lane to continue giving Sword some company, because you don't want to leave a Legion Commander by herself. That's a bad idea. So Sword and Puck, I mean, this is kind of Puck's lane all over. Puck, as long as he can dodge. Actually, that's, I mean, if he can't dodge the overwhelming odds, then it can be tricky, and honestly, it's a difficult spell to dodge. Uh-oh, another fight. Bane just trying to hide in the tree line. Look at this guy cancelling his right clicks. And Jericho's going to be the one to fall. Oh, again. RZS looking so low. He does have the life sap available. It keeps him alive. And they'll be able to find another kill on the Lifestealer as Puka takes down Bad Boy. And also the Tusk. Jeez. This is a good top lane for Midas. I down at bottom. Hijack just wants to sit in the trees. Don't want anything to do with this.
Got it.
This will do nicely.
Pings out in the middle lane. The Bane is smoked up. What are you looking for? Oh, he's looking for a ward, and actually manages to run away from Bad Boy in time not to get the smoke broken. That's important.
Structures are fortified.
Coming on to Madara here. This is a tricky kill. They have the damage to bring him down. And Bane needs saving. Luckily the bow strike comes through. Oh, the end of the snowball we go. Looking for the Bane. We'll find it. No, oh, they do have the level 6. The taunt comes out and they do manage to find the kill onto Hyoko. Midas taking off a little bit more than they can chew there. And you might notice a little bit of jumpiness in the server. That's just the SA servers. It's nothing we can do about that, unfortunately, but it's very, very slight. You probably won't even notice it. We'll throw it over to net worth though. We will see the DK on top of things after those couple of kills and doing very well for himself in the mid lane. Poor old Shadow Fiend really far behind. This is not the start to the game he wanted, but they had to commit a lot of heroes to help out this top lane. And I mean, I feel like they could have committed more to the mid though. They've been going really, really hard at top, and maybe they wouldn't need to do that, but then again, it is important to shut down that Terrorblade. But right now, Terrorblade's looking pretty impressive. He's looking scary. Madara doing very, very well for himself. So, I know, decisions by Midas to switch things up a bit and let that Shadow Fiend suffer. I don't really know how I feel about that, but he is going for the Blink Dagger. I'm sure there's going to be boots coming towards him now. Yeah, he's got the brown boots, so that's something. But then you look at the Terrorblade, who's got Power Treads. He's got a Wraithband. Sorry, make that a Keeler. Oh, if they let him have the courier. No, apparently that's not his courier. Is the server lagging? Yes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yep, it's me as well, guys. There we go. Oof, this is big server lag actually. This is really bad. This can be like, I don't know, it's very minor, but when you're actually playing, it's going to make all the difference. Like, this is why we're having so many pauses, so you can't really blame the players for this. Valve, please, fix your servers, man. No, I'm just kidding. Jericho, though, he's been trying to make things happen in and around the map. You know, he is he's a Tusk, that's his job. And we'll just take one more last look at the last hits just to see how things are turning out. But basically, it's Gemurai doing very well in the mid lane. And oh, talking of the Terrorblade, they have found it, but the rotation's coming in under that shrine. This is why you don't fight under shrine. Even when it's not active, you still really, really don't want to get caught out by TPs, so they will just back out. And luckily, they do survive. But yeah, Jeremiah had a lovely, lovely time. Gemurai, sorry. Had a lovely, lovely time in this middle lane. No puck coming in as well. They will throw the stun onto the Shadow Fiend, and now comes down the ultimate, but look at the Breathe Fire. It's doing a lot of damage, and Sorth really wants to go for this duel here, but she just doesn't have the mana for it, so they're just gonna have to kill him the old-fashioned way by knocking him down. Tusk, he's out of mana, but look at Jimmery, he just doesn't care, and now they have the mana for the taunt onto the Tusk, and that, onto the puck, and that's gonna get that kill. Chasing down the Lifestealer, the next on the kill list. Will Lifestealer be able to get away from this? I don't know. They have the snowball available. Here they're coming forwards onto Fuga here, and they will be able to take him down. And Sorth, well, they're just going to have RCS on top of that as well. So Luccini, they find a lot in this middle lane. Man, this lag is really, really bad. Yeah. Pretty peculiar. I mean, we suffered this on the Perfect World servers the other day when I was casting Chinese, but I thought that was just a Chinese service. And I'm just going to pause and wait for it to die down, I think. I mean, I don't really know why people are disconnecting though. It's not going to make a difference. Everybody's getting it. I don't know, people are just disconnecting and reconnecting. It's not really... It's a service, so it's not going to make a difference, I don't think. Sword, summing it up wonderfully there. We still don't have a Terrorblade, guys. Hold up. I'll be fuming about that. Messing with his efficiency, his farm efficiency there. That valuable 1 second of gameplay. Jericho has 2 battle cups. Is that allowed? Let me look at this guy. Wait 1 minute. Wait just a second here. He's got 2 battle cups next to his name. Do they all? Yeah, he's the only battle cup winner. What a bunch of scrubs, but he's got 2. And it's very interesting. I've never seen that before. Didn't even know you could do that. Anyway, we hit the showers, get some heals going on after those lovely ganks from Luccini, and probably gonna look for more. I wouldn't be surprised. They've got the duel already sitting on 20 damage extra on that Legion Commander, so you know, it's pretty nice. It's basically a talent. Talking of talents, I don't think I've seen many of Legion's talents. Oh yes, we have. Plus 40 dual damage. Yep, I've seen that plenty of times. In fact, Tusk though, I mean, when you're playing Tusk, you're basically racing towards this level 10, trying to make action, trying to get ganks, trying to get kills. You don't really want to die when you snowball in for the first time, obviously, but especially on Tusk, because it is gonna delay your level 10, and that level 10 is really, really important. Like getting that plus 40% XP gain and plus 9% gold per minute. Like the sooner you get that in the game, the better. It's just going to get more and more value as time goes on. If there is a Tusk in your team, for God's sakes, do not take the XP book. Give it to the Tusk. And I bet you now that I've said this, they're probably going to give it to the Witch Doctor, but there you go.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Up at top, they actually have the Shadow Blade now up on the DK, and he's probably going to want to just drop the damage down. And actually, there goes the tick, and with the shards as well, it's beautiful onto a Murdoch here, and they do blow up that Shadow Fiend. It's a nice 4-man coil, but what's that gonna do? Hijack's just gonna run. Sword's not done though. Sword's running forwards. He wants to go. Hijack's just like, oh, get me out of here. Not interested in this actually. Doesn't want to get involved. Well, LC having a great old time. Merry old time on the side of Luccini. 30 damage now. You know, pretty much every time it's a cooldown, they tend to near enough go for something. Hoyoko just gonna do in the middle lane. A bit of dewarding action going on here, and dominance reasserted. Good job, guys. Good job. Always kill the sentry first. I don't know, the sentry gets put down. I'm just seeing for the invis DK. Quite smart. Wonder if they saw it getting put down, and actually the Legion Commander does go for the plus 8 strength, and I actually completely agree with that. Like 25% XP gain really isn't that much. You get to level 15 25% faster, so that's like instead of 4 minutes, it's 3 minutes. I don't know. I'm not overly keen on that. In comes the puck, and just going to try and harass them away. But look at these guys; they don't care anymore. Like they're actually really strong right now. And well, I mean it's easy for me to say that, but I mean yeah, you've got that Dragon Lance. Going for the Yasha now onto the Turbo Blade. So what really can Midas do about that? Their Shadow Fiend is almost completely useless right now. Like that's not unfair to say that. Yes, he's got 4 levels on the Shadow Razors, but when you're against the heroes you're against, like a Legion Commander, a Terrorblade, and a DK, these guys just aren't squishy enough to go down to that. And if he doesn't kill anybody in that burst, he's not going to kill anybody at all. Requiem's never going to go off his game, so I don't know. Don't know. He's going for the old classic build, though, the Shadow Fiend. He's going for the Blink BKB. I can respect that, you know. He's never going to be able to use, so he just gets a BKB, so he can always get it off. But Sword coming in, getting blocked by his teammate, but will get that duel off, and Shadow Fiend's just going to drop. Yet another kill for Sword. And more damage, 40 dual damage. Really wants to be hitting that level 12 soon, but there you go. Meanwhile, Madara is just like, guys, come on. We're nearly finished here. Just give me a little bit more time. But look at this, 164 damage. Jesus, I mean, that's a plus 40 for sure, but there's a lot of damage on this hero. I'm probably hitting harder than the Terror Blade. Alright, yep. So, yeah, LCs are forced to be reckoned with now, and this is really scary for the puck, especially. And the Shadow Fiend, of course, as we just saw. These guys, there's a possibility of them just getting jumped on and killed, so. Meanwhile, Fuga, didn't really talk about him, but he's actually got that Sacred Relic, and Jamari might well try and go on Fuga here. Wants support to come in, and they are getting here. Now the blink in. Oh, he gets inside a creep. The pings are coming out. And, if only you could press the attack the enemy creeps and have it die. And here we go. We're going to start the Great Denial for 2018. And there we go. Fuga comes out. He's just accepted his fate, really. I mean, I don't know. That's a lifestyle you want to farm, right? But there is a point where you might as well just sit in there and waste as much time as possible while there's 5 heroes just trying to kill creeps. And your Shadow Fiend's doing whatever he wants. I mean, he's pushing middle lane. This is the first glimpse of pushing he's been able to get all game. I'm actually surprised he's stuck with the brown boots. I feel like the Power Treads might be an idea, just stop himself getting soloed by the Legion Commander, but they don't really be fancying that, so maybe he's going to get away with going a little bit greedy. But look at the damage here. I mean, Metamorphosis is used, and this is just crazy.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Luccini showing no signs of stopping here, and I mean, they're so far ahead. Right? Oops, still in last hits for some reason. I did bring up the net worth earlier, so they can't flame me for that one. 9.9k on the DK. Madara sitting on 8.1. Legion sitting on 7.2. Next up, it's actually the Lifestealer only on 7.1. They're just going to take Rax, and all 5 heroes of Midas Club are off. This is just a horribly sad game. But what can you do? They've just been outlaned and outdrafted, I think. This Legion Commander did very well. I'm very surprised at how well this Legion Commander's been able to do, but the Bane just hasn't been turning up. And now, well, oh, nice Burrow Strike onto 4 heroes, but it doesn't stop the Bane going down, and Hyoko drops as well, and they're gonna hold on to the game. DP's up to top. Gemari. He's got a Shadow Blade. Now full Sanjin Yasha coming out to him, so his kill potential just got even higher. This DK is going to be hitting hard, and he's going to be going fast, so yeah, very awkward game.
Double damage.
I mean, the biggest problem with this game is basically just Midas not hitting any timings at all across the board. Lifestealer is just about to get his Radiance at 18 minutes 20 as a safe laner. It's something, but you don't really want to go on a Radiance and then immediately fight. You want to use a Radiance to farm and then get your next item, which is going to be the Sanjin Yasha. I would like to see a Solar Crest, but there you go. Very good versus the Legion. And Legion's going to go for a Solar Kill Bane and be successful. They got the double damage on the Laterra Blade, not that it matters. And the puck, I mean, he found his blink and power charge. He probably did the best out of everybody, but still not looking good. They at least find the kill onto the Witch Doctor. And DK, well, he's in the middle of it all, but he's absolutely fine. The Requiem comes off on the side. They do take the Aegis, and maybe they can kill. No, Legion's got the wand. She's got Blink in a second as well. Might just play with it. No, Murdoch's going to get out of here, actually. He realizes the danger and does disappear. They find the Tusk as well, though, so this is Lifestealer finding 2 kills with this Radiance. Well, what do you know? Radiance is a fighting item. I still really like to see him go for that Solar Crest. I mean, when you're against a team with entirely right clickers, the Solar Crest value just goes through the roof. And being able to save someone whilst they're in duel, or being able to survive yourself when you're in duel, or being able to take down the Legion Commander when she's in duel by using it on her, you know, that's all really, really valuable stuff. So, and Legion, and it's a really nice build to go for on the Lifestealer as well, because that. Oh, we actually have a bit of a fight going on as they do just take down. Wow, they've actually found the Legion Commander. Okay, she's still got 78 damage, I think.
Tower is under attack.
Your
She found a duel last fight, but that's the problem with Legion Commander, right? And that is one of the strengths of the hero. A lot of heroes in the game, when they get far ahead, they're a pain to deal with. Like they're an absolute nightmare to deal with. You know, but once you do deal with them, I'm talking about the Storm Spirits, the Shadow Fiends, pretty much any core in the game, to be honest. When they get really far ahead, you can but if you kill them, you set them back, right? Each time you set them back more and more, and you can keep on killing them and set them back more and more. This Legion Commander, with the start of the game she's already sitting on 78 dual victory damage. I mean, I'm pretty sure Desolator doesn't even give that much. And Desolator is like one of the most damage efficient items. Like, where are you, Deso? Admittedly, the anti-armor does make the difference, but oh, and apparently Legion's disappeared as well. Where is Desolator? Oh, okay, apparently shop doesn't work. Fine. Oh, things getting weird again. Zil servers, come on. Pedal faster. Hijack, there is a Legion. No, she's just farming creeps. Okay. She's got a Shadow Blade of her own now, so we're stacking Shadow Blades. That's the point we're at. J. Marie, he's got a Shadow Blade, and Sanjin Yasha. Sword's going for the Shadow Blade and Blink Dagger. And Lifestealer, well, he's done. He's just getting inside a dragon, and he's going to do that instead this game. With the physical damage they have on Luccini, though, they could just come and kill this. I'm not even kidding. Like, those things are tough, but with Metamorphosis, you can totally bring it down. But then again, you got a whole team behind him, so he's not just YOLOing in on his own. Hyoko's waiting, and Hyoko has found his blink in the end. So look at this guy. He's just using the Radiance. The Radiance still affects inside the creep, and DK's gonna go for it. Jesus, DK actually going ham. Might even be able to take the thing on his own. In comes Madara as well, and with the stuns, actually Madara just zoning Yours out. They want to take this Lifestealer in a private way, and there comes a duel out onto Lifestealer, but it's quite a nice ulti, and look at the epicenter coming through. They've taken down both of the cores. Oh my god, DK's still alive, but they will need to get themselves out of there. Meanwhile, the Puck just dodging up that snowball. Bad Boy gonna climb cape himself up. They did find the return kill onto Hyoko, and another one onto RSDS, but eventually he does go down, and the Tusk to follow. It's nearly a 5-man wipe, as Bad Boy is the only one to make it out alive. Tusk will just dodge that last tick of malediction damage. Midas with the turnarounds. I mean, they still lost their Lifestealer, but Shadow Fiend doing pretty well from that fight. Now, well, he actually had the BKB for the fight, I think, but didn't even use it. He just sat on the sidelines whilst the Puck and the Sand King do their work with the huge turnaround plays.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Puck going for the 8% spell amplification. I like that. Better Discord actually coming in massive as well. I mean, of course, that makes that epicenter do even more damage, and I mean, that was just an insane fight. Still not ahead. Not even close, actually. You know, in the relative scheme of things, it's not huge, but it does set them on the path to coming back. Gets them some items, slows down Luccini a bit, and hopefully makes the game more attainable for them. The only issue I'm seeing here is that they don't have a Terrorblade on their team. In fact, the enemy have a Terrorblade and a Legion Commander, so if anything, when the game slows down, it's actually Luccini's. Oh no, what a shard! What an absolutely colossal shard! Although they're not going to do the damage to kill the Lifestealer inside the duel, but they are going to do the damage to kill him overall. So they're not breaking that 100 mark just yet, but getting close.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
No, I'm just looking at 25 talents plus 40 dual managers with minus 10 seconds press the attack cooldown. That's 3 second cooldown on press the attack. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, its duration is 5 seconds. You can actually heal up everybody. Medic! Well, here we go into middle tier 2. I'm fairly sure Luccini, they just want to push whilst this lifestealer is down. He does have the buyback available. How badly do they want to use it? I mean, they've got the combo available with the Sand King, a little delivery, or maybe they'll put him in the puck, I don't know, but they do need to fortify this. They can't let another Rax go down this early. There we go, puck jumping in and jumping right back out again. Meanwhile, Madara, he's like, give him my health back. And they say, okay, now here comes the Sand King. He can't find the bow strike immediately, but they do manage to take down Bad Boy. Meanwhile, Terrorblade actually ulted up, but now the punch comes through. The Requiem gonna deal with Madara, though. Jericho getting very low as well. Gem-Marie, what can you do in this fight? They're actually gonna go for the duel, but gets Nightmare up. There it is. There is that Nightmare, and Gem-Marie just can't find the damage to finish anybody up. And Sword, he's gonna run away. And, well, also gets taken out. It's a 5-man wipe from Midas. Midas lose no one. What the hell? Alrighty, so your problem there, if you're Luccini, I thought they were actually trying to bait out the Sand King just from where they're positioned. They were like 4 heroes positioned here. That was the Witch Doctor, the Terrorblade, and the Tusk. They're all positioned up here, just trying to get some damage. I mean, the Terrorblade, fair enough, he was coming forward to sunder the Shadow Fiend, but then it's not. He didn't even blink on top of them and Burrow Strike. He actually blinked here, walked across, and then Burrow Striked in. So that was actually, Luccini needed to recognize that threat and realize that they're just not that tanky to deal with that much magic damage as of yet. And with a puck on top of that as well, there's so much magic damage. Maybe you should get BKBs before you go high ground. I don't know. Oh, Madara just giving away the fact that they've got a sentry ward there. Maybe he just wanted to scare the puck away, make sure that he wouldn't go creeping on him whilst he farms Ancient. He doesn't really want to go for a kill by himself. Not really possible, so yeah, it was just a zoning tactic. Give away the sentry, but defend your farming rights. Probably more important to him anyway. That's just the mindset of a carry. If it helps me farm, it's good. If it doesn't help me farm, it's bad. Team fights are bad because they stop you farming. Well, Sword is going to go for the solo Roshan, and with the damage Sword is pumping out right now, I mean, hitting for nearly 300. I mean, Jesus. And half decent attack speed as well, especially when you use that pressy attack. So, yeah, Roche is in trouble. Gem-Marie will come in as well. That damage reduction does make things a little bit easier, and he's actually found himself a Monkey King bar. Meanwhile, actually looking for, they've taken the tier 1 at bottom. Actually going to look for a tier 2 as well. They probably know Roshan is going on here and just want to make a trade where they can get some money out of it as well. They don't fall as behind.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's 150 gold to everybody on the side of the Dire, as well as the Aegis, which is obviously the important thing. And Cheese going the way of the Legion. And look at Gem-Marie here. He's just going to go straight onto the Shadow Fiend, but he does get stunned up, and now comes in the Snowball, looking to finish off Murdoch here. He didn't quite manage to land it. Oh, he's actually going for the Requiem play. That is extremely greedy, but he does get the kill, and also takes off the Aegis. Meanwhile... What? Oh, no, never mind. It just took off the Aegis. It didn't kill the Tusk. Tusk lived. Wow. That was, questionable, I would say. But then again, what else are you supposed to do? Might as well just go for a kill. You're dead in that situation. Meanwhile, Puck started to go for that Yule's staff for himself. Yule's Scepter of Divinity. Mysterious scepter passed down through the ages. Its disruptive winds can be used for good or for evil. Use it on yourself, can use it on enemies, can't use it on teammates. Fun fact. Tusk is probably... The Puck is dead here though. Like, Sword is just gonna go and find him. Nope, okay. Sword, yeah, Puck lives here for sure. Sword won't be able to find him. That was what I meant to say. First time around. So they're gonna know that there's a lifestealer inside Puck, and actually they recognize this on the side of Midas, and they're just gonna use the Puck as a taxi more than anything. Obviously, this is a super valuable target now, but, you know. Meanwhile, Madara just took middle racks, you know. No issues. That happened. Jesus, okay, so he just popped Metamorphosis and there was absolutely nothing Midas could do about that. Jesus, okay. Madara's not messing around anymore. He didn't even pop the BKBs. He's got a BKB available. He didn't even care. Coming in now. They know where this Light is, and can they find the kill onto the Tusk? Yes, they can. Now, really nice shots actually onto the Legion Commander and the Witch Doctor, and with those raises, it's a lot of damage. They just tear them apart. Jesus. Midas just say, get out of here. That was an incredibly awkward fight from Luccini. I mean, that was the problem. Like, you don't want to fight when Metamorphosis is down, and unfortunately, Metamorphosis just ran out. Dragon Form as well, so what are you going to do?
Dire's middle tower.
Crikey, okay.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Midas running mid. Up onto the high ground we go. Now it's their turn. Can they do this? I mean, yes, that's another problem with going with the Radiants. Oh, he did go for the Solar Crest, my dude! Absolutely the correct choice. And in comes Hijack as well. He's actually got the boost of travel now in the park, so getting quite farmed. I mean, oh, jumping here forward here, but it is J. Marie who is caught out. And the Dragon Knight is very difficult to bring down, and they actually find the kill onto the Lifestealer. No defensive maneuvers there from Midas. They just let him fall. Quite surprised about that. I feel like they could have done a little bit more. I mean, the Bane, he had spells up. He's even got ultimate. You got all the ultimates on everybody. You got Dream Coil. You got everything. But they just decide to let the Lifestealer die. Interesting. Legion Commander wants to go for something here, but couldn't quite find the Sand King. Do excuse me about this lag. This is just server lag on the Brazilian servers. The players are complaining about it as well, but I don't really know what's going on. I think it is causing some issues here because there have been some plays which wouldn't usually happen. Jump forwards from Legion Commander, immediately used up by Perk. Meanwhile in top lane, hey, guess what? DK and Terrorblade are going to do their thing. And these guys are just acting as a distraction right now. They're more than happy to do this. Hijack is going to find the kill onto Witch Doctor, and Witch Doctor literally wanted to die there. Now jumping onto RZS, but RZS will be fine. That is a Requiem out for a Murdoch. If you can kill Jericho here, it might be pretty good. Oh. The Burrow Strike away, but still catches him with the duel and finds that kill. But look at the damage coming out, and he does manage to take down 2 on Murdoch. Meanwhile, Madara is ripping through the backlines. But Fugo's actually going to try and take on Gemarie here, and Gemarie is doing far more damage than Lifestealer expected, and now this Shadow Fiend, he's pretty pregnant here. If he goes down here, oh my god, the flames come through. They burn up the whole side of Midas, and unfortunately, this is going to be a middle racks. This may well be a top racks as well. This could be the first game going the way of Luccini. DK having to get out here. He's got that Shadow Blade available. The Hijack gives chase. He's got a gem, so the Shadow Blade is only useful for that movement speed, and now it runs out. Hijack, he's got Blink, but doesn't want to go for it. Jeez. And that was a tier 4 dying to catapults as well. Not that that's actually in trouble. And Luccini is going to rinse and reset here. They've taken 2 lanes of racks. They're fairly much in control of this game, and they've got the Terrorblade as well, so not even in a real rush to finish. I mean, they have been playing this game very aggressively, and maybe too aggressively. You know, give it away a couple of kills and even a team fight, a full team wipe to Midas. Could they have waited? Probably, but you know, they're winning, so you can't really complain. I do like the way they've just been focusing on the objectives with the Terrorblade. Basically using the Legion Commander's insane damage to like make profitable trades and distractions, because if you jump in and get a dual kill and then 2 if you die, you've taken 1 kill for 2, you've gained damage on the Legion Commander, and then you've also, if you're pushing in with the DK and the Terrorblade at the same time, then it's also super value. So Bad Boy actually gets caught out here just on a warding mission. Hyoko takes his life. No issues, Witch Doctor will be back in 40 seconds anyway. Mid, they're actually going to make a play onto the Lifestealer here, and they find the duel as well. Oh no, this is bad. He bought back. No, he didn't buy back. He's actually out of buyback money. He just couldn't save it up in time because he bought that Solar Crest a long time ago. We just couldn't find the money for it. And now it's the final racks. I mean, there's an epicenter coming through. Let's see what they can do. They're actually finding it onto the Terrorblade here. If they can keep him locked down long enough, he won't be able to get off that Sunder. And there is that Feeds grip. They need to interrupt it. They will find the stun, and now he gets the Sunder. GG is called. They know it's over. Madara gets the key Sunder off, and that is going to keep them alive. And, well, we go into game 2 with Luccini taking a very convincing lead. Plus, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully we won't have any delays because of the server issues, but there have been some serious server issues. I think that's kind of some of the clunkier plays and occasional mistakes we saw this game coming from, because that was uncharacteristic. Like, one part with the Lifestealer just got killed and no one did anything about it. I think might have been, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's very difficult to say, and I don't want to criticize too harshly. Interesting XP graph here, especially when you got the Tusk on your team. Easy gets more XP, but I know. I guess that was a big team fight. Actually, that's a huge spike for that big team fight there as well. Yeah. Alrighty then. Well, game number 2 of Midas versus Luccini coming up very shortly. Don't go anywhere. My name is Nomad, and I'll see you soon.